one.
Yo, you on mute. You can't hear shit. We can hear the sound effects, but can't hear your mic. Nope, can't hear your mic.
Hold on. How
There
about
you
now?
go. There you go.
Right there?
Yep.
I fucking hit the button over here. So the whole time, all right, so let's just start over. All right. Thanks, fight fans. You gotta keep the show going, right? You gotta start over. So thank you, fight fans. Tune in. Thank you for tuning in another edition here of Round One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start?
Round one.
Round one. You heard the sound effects, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So what I was saying, saying while my mic was cut off, I guess here, that super boxing has struck again. They went out and got a good one. One of our fighters went and crossed over to the dark side. Yes, super boxing has struck again. They went and got Shakur Stevenson to sign over to super boxing. And, for me, like I'm trying to think about what is Shakur Stevenson's end game? Is he going after Africa? Are they going to put him against him? Or are they going to sign? They have other fighters, you know, uh, Connor Ben. What are they doing? Connor Ben and Ryan Garcia fight, I'm hearing, is not even taking off because Ed Hearn has just announced another guy to fight Connor Ben. So I don't even think that fight is going to kick off. Conor Ben is going to allegedly fight this other guy. So these reports about Ryan Garcia possibly fighting Conor Ben, and Zuffa might be the culprit behind all of this. Being that the fact that Ryan Garcia is the WBC world champion, has Zuffa figured out this one tier, two tier system? Have they figured it out? I'm not sure. Now they just signed Shakur Stevenson. Doesn't he still have a belt?
Yeah, he
And
has the
and
WBC, right? Or WBO.
yeah, no, he has the WBO for the 140. The
140. Yep.
WBC is gone, right? Okay.
Yep.
Now and then Shakur Stevenson jumps in the ring in front of O'Shaughnessy Foster, threatens to fight him, which I thought that was just a ploy. How are you gonna get a guy from 130 to jump up to 140 to fight you? If you ask me, well, Shasi Foster needs to fight Navarrete, and they need to try to unify those three belts. to put a big fight right there. I think that's a big fight right there. But O'Shaughnessy Foster to move up to fight Shakur, come on, man, that shit was never gonna happen. Now you see the announcement with Shakur Stevenson saying he's going over to Zuffa, right? So what are they gonna let Shakur do? And like I said, I'm just in the dark about this 1 tier, 2 tier system with Zuffa and how it's gonna function. Because the 1 tier system in Zuffa is supposed to be like a tournament base bracket where you fight for their belt. You don't have the option to pull out in the fight. You get the next man up type shit, right? And then I guess the 2nd tier system is how they did with Connor Bennett, Regis Progress, where he didn't fight under the Zuffa banner. He was just promoted by Zuffa. You
Yeah, I think
understand?
that from my understanding so far, I know it's confusing as hell, but I think anyone who signed a suit for that's on the off weights, for an example, like if you fight at 140, like Shakur, I think they would be fighting for on ring cards because it's part of the same entity, and then everybody
But
else,
they would be fighting in ring cards under 140
yes, that's the 2nd tier.
and they wouldn't be wearing the Zuffa attire
No, no,
and they wouldn't be fighting for the Zuffa belt.
no, not that I'm aware. I mean, again, a lot of this shit with Sufa is unclear. Shout out to Bulbos in the building. I mean, Bull Rider. My bad.
What up, Bull Rider? Yo, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? If Shakur Stevenson goes over there with the 140 belt, he
Well,
couldn't fight Richard Hit. Well,
no, because Hitchens at 47. Or, well, yeah, his belt is vacated, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, so he's at 47. He went up to 47.
And Jairo Pataya is never getting that belt back. And Jairo Pataya, all this bullshit about him ducking the David the Monster Benavides, he lost his value. He
Well,
has nothing to offer.
there's another guy by the name of Noel something.
Hmm.
Mauricio Soliman made it clear Jai is not getting an opportunity at a WBC belt. Sorry, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Not that's what Mauricio said. Mauricio Suleiman. He made it clear. He warned
Mm.
Noel. He warned Noel. I forgot his last name. Noel something. He
Yep.
said. He said he will not be fighting Jayo Pataya. He didn't give reasoning. He just said he will not be fighting. Naldo, what's up, Bobby?
Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to make sense of it all. Uh, because according to the WBC and David the Monster Benavides' belt for the WBC, right? Arthur Benavides is the number one. Ben Whitaker is the number two. Joshua Boazzi is number three. You know what I'm saying? Richardson is number four. Um, Aikman, Aikman, I don't know how to say his name right.
Yeah.
IMAM, I think, or N. Is that my eyes are bad? It might be an M or an N. But anyway, so I'm trying to find this Noel dude you're talking about. Najee Lopez is 13. Craig Richards is 9. Zach Parker is number 8. Um, Connor's number 11. Anthony Yard. Unless he got an alias somewhere, I'm not even finding nobody with that first name in none of the ranking systems there. So, excuse me. I want to see what Suleiman, who he was talking about. It's probably one of these guys that are up there that has some weird name and something. You probably didn't catch it or something, but it's 100% not going to be Jayo Pataya fight for the WBC, and that's what you're saying.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. Is Jayo Pataya in the ranking? Hold on. Well, wait a minute. Where the funny? Hold on. Let me go down. Do they got him in the other weight division? Jail Patai is it in any of the ranking?
Because he fights for Sufa.
Oh my god, bro. So
That's what I'm
he's
trying
not
to tell you.
He done fucked everything up, man. That's why David the Monster Benavides, there's no value in fighting him. You're just fighting him to give those belts and the other problems the possibility to the Zuffa organization back to them. They're gonna have to strip him the second he wins them. You know what I mean? It's just like there's no value in fighting him. So and then oh my bag, hold on. Jayo Patai is number one for the WBA. They don't recognize the WBA on BoxRec, but I went to Boxing Scene. He's the number one in Boxing Scene.
All right, so the dude's name is Noel Mikalian, Mikaelian. He's
They
Mauricio
got Jayo
Soloman.
Pataya in the IBF still too. So he's still ranked in the IBF and the WBA. So yeah, I strike that. Oh, and he's also ranked in the WBC, but he's number three.
Okay, look up Noel Mikalian.
Noel McKalen.
Yeah, it says Noel Mikalian will be stripped if he fights Jay Opataya.
Oh, no wonder I can't find Noel McKalen in the fucking ranking. He's the interim champion. He's not going to be in the ranking. He's already got the interim belt.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's who he wants. So he wants the wait a
No,
minute. Who
he said he will strip Noel if he fights if he takes a fight with Jay Opataya.
okay. Wait a minute. I'm reading this wrong. Noel, I guess, is full champion, and the other dude, Michael, is interim. The way they got this new thing. Have you seen boxing scenes lately?
Yeah, it's got a black background now.
It's got a black background and the things are different back, so I
Yep.
guess now it's the okay, so if I'm reading it this way, okay, Noel is the WBC champion and Michael's the interim. So if he's saying that if Noel takes the fight with Jail Pataya, which is ranked number three, that he's not gonna take that fight.
Well,
So
he's gonna strip
Ryan,
him.
he's gonna strip him. So Ryan is the number one. And then David the Monster Benavides, of course, doesn't have any status in the WBC because he's already a champion. You can't be in no rankings when you're the champion. So the only thing is, it's an offer they both like or they both have the same goals in mind of unifying the belts. Then we can get David the Monster Benavides versus Noel. Yeah, and then the IBF is still vacant right now. Who is fighting? Who? They got was it Christian Billy Smith? Who is they? I think they had somebody, or am I getting it confused with
And Billy's fighting Canelo.
Canelo?
And
Right.
then Caleb Smith is fighting in uh in Sufa in UK.
They signed him too.
And
You're
then
fucking right.
did you
You're
see the
goddamn right. They
did
did
you see
sign him.
did you see the short I sent you? Sufa Boxing, they're doing an event in New York on the 26th. The
Yo, this is
day
fucking. This is
before the
yep.
Xander Zayas versus Ennis Boots. Boots Ennis.
So they're doing it on the what you said?
On the day before the Xan,
26.
they're doing it the 26th. Scum bag move.
Yeah, they're not gonna get any. Where they're gonna put the fight at?
Somewhere in New York. I sent you the short.
Oh yeah. All right. Yo, check this out. The
Nasa, saludos,
reason
papi.
The reason why I also was reading off David the Monster Benavides' competition and I couldn't fight no, right? Because it's confusing as fuck. Is because they still have him they got him the cruiserweight champion. He has the WBA and the WBO and cruiserweight at 200 pounds. And if you go down at 175 light heavyweight, they got David the Monster Benavidez, the WBA regular, and they have David the Monster Benavidez, the WBC champion at 175 pounds still. So he currently still has the WBC champion at 175, the WBC, and he has the WBA regular. Then at 200 pounds, he has the WBA, just the WBA straight up, and the WBO. So when I saw his names come up as the champions, I was like, okay, this is his weight division. I started reading off the names. Then I scrolled up and I'm like, wait a minute, ain't this 175? Bro, he still has all the belts. He has two at 175 and two at 200 right now.
Who does?
David the Monster Benavidez.
Oh, okay. So he can go either way.
If you go to boxing scene right now, you'll see it yourself. You go to 200 and go down to 275. Tell me who the champions are.
Joshua, what's
David
up, huh?
David the Monster Benavidez still have him holding the 175 WBC and
Yo,
the
but
175 WBA regular.
speaking of
What
boxing
up?
scene, though, speaking of
Yep.
boxing scene, they still got Melvin Jerusalem as a WBC all the way down at the minimum
He
weight,
lost his belt.
and he lost his belt. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what these people are doing.
I don't know. Some of these websites are really far behind, man. I even went to top ranks, like official video website where they put some of their video clips and stuff. Bro, they way behind, man. I think they still at the Keyshawn fight. Like they need to get somebody up there to be upgrading like the videos and shit and making, you know what I mean? They like behind. What's up, Pug?
Puck
Shakur
says
just what?
Shakur just intercepted the Haney Sufa Bucks question
Ha
versus
ha ha.
Hitchens, Santos rematch, Hammer Hands, and Connor Bend. Listen, there's so much shit. This is why we try not to talk. This is why we try not to talk about what happens behind the scenes because so many things are being said, so much exchanges are happening that we really, really, truly don't know until somebody publicizes something official. You know what I'm saying? Jason, saludo, papi. Um, I don't know, dude. It's hard to keep up with all the fuckery. And then with Sufa, it makes it even harder because them fuckers don't want to disclose anything. You're on mute again.
I muted myself for a second because I was coughing. Hold on. Uh,
So yeah, with Sufa, everything is it's like a mystery. You know what I'm saying?
right.
We still don't know 100% sure. We're not 100% sure, I should say, about the second tier of Sufa. We don't know shit. Um, Shakur signing to fucking Sufa. Supposedly, it's official, but it's not like out there. Like Sufa hasn't posted anything about it.
Right.
It was Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn said, now that he signed to Sufa, Kamachito. Yeah, exactly. Figure it's 90% official. Hearing it from Fast Car Eddie Hearn. That's what I'm saying. Like Eddie Hearn said that he signed to Sufa. Um, your boy there, Camachito, he just posted something with Shakur signing to Sufa.
oh yeah. A lot
So
of
I
so a lot of people already like stamping it on. It's going through the grapevine
I guess
that
they're stamping it, and that's where that's see. I don't
yo,
I
my
don't like
man
to say
said,
it's official.
yeah, my man
It's
said,
all a
my
mess.
man said in the chat that Shakur intercepted the Haney pack, the bag. Let me get that. He took some of that super money.
Yeah, he did.
Yo,
But
because Devin Haney, if you ain't gonna hurry up and sign, then hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna sign somebody else real quick. You know what I mean?
that's it. Yo,
So
Mark's in the building. Salute, Mark. He says, "Hey, Edwin,
hey,
frontline, what's good, guys?"
that's my dude, Mark. Hey yo, Mark. Hey yo, hold up, Mark. Let me play this sad story about this man that was intercepted at the airport earlier this morning. His name was Frontline. He had broke into the warehouse and tried to intercept package that was sent from Australia from the Anyway poster. Thank God they got this crazed man. They tased him. He urinated on himself, of course. You know what I mean? And they hauled him off. Yeah, but Mark, we're waiting for that package to come through. Of course, we got a couple haters. Yo, he's upset. He wants a Bruce Carrington poster up here. It's not gonna happen, bro.
All
Because
right,
you know
so
we got to
so
bet. We got to bet on that day.
so Mark, what I did was I went to customs and I reported some foul play coming from Australia into the
Yo,
states.
foul play.
I,
You hear this, Mark? Yo, he said package might be coming. It's got that white powder in it, the
I
Ebola. You know what I'm saying? You
I
might
had
want
to
to
call
take.
customs. I had to call
No,
customs
that's
and
why the
intercept
package has
that
been taking
package.
so long. His the dogs went around and sniffed on it. The front line was standing right there and was like, "Yo, tell him do it again." You can never
I
be
made
too sure.
I made a fake hit alert.
Yo, how,
Naldo
how the
Naldo says Sufa is going to take over boxing. Wait and see. I hope not. I
yeah
hope
right.
that's not the case.
Nah. Hey yo, Mark. How the fuck is he got a job at the fucking flight mailing department in the airport and he's patting down the package? I got this one right here. This was mine.
This one's not
and
making it to Massachusetts.
I think he's got something. Ah, yo, that's fucked up. Yo, man. Let me frontline. I'm trying to
Nah, but
tell you, he's trying to
sh-
intercept the package, bro.
shout out to Mark though.
Yo, shout out to Mario. It's on its way. I be checking it every day. The little blue line gets a little closer. You know what
That
I
line ain't
mean?
moving.
No, it is moving. It
Yo,
is moving.
check tracking again. It probably says held at customs till further review.
Yes, yes. Some crazed man called in for these two patches and insisting.
Yo, saludo Caribe Boxing. Yo,
Yo,
you
salute,
guys got
brother.
Caribe Boxing new channel. The dude got some fire content. Go check him out. Subscribe to him. It's mainly in Spanish, but the dude got some fire content. But anyways,
Absolutely.
yo, did you check that video I sent you with Zayas in the training camp?
Oh man, yo, listen.
Yo,
You guys is
Zayas
locked in, huh?
Zayas is locked in.
They locked in. They locked in. Yo,
Papi.
I saw my boy All Facts making videos, but he ain't got all the facts right now on this one. You know what I mean?
Nah, he don't.
Yo, All Facts, my boy, my dude. That's my dude right there. Love All Facts. Go check him out. Um,
All facts is another one. Check him out.
yo,
Out of
check it
Philly
out.
though. Little
Yo,
biased
yeah,
sometimes.
he's a Philly boy. Man, listen, you know we all got our own little
Look, hey,
way
look
and
at me talking
everything.
shit about being biased.
This guy, right? You know, he's the last person that can say that to anybody. But a lot of those Philly cats out there in Philly, man, they getting all worked up about this fight right here. And why not? Why shouldn't they? This is one of the biggest I probably is gonna be a classic. It has like fight candidate of the year, that fight with Xander and Jerome Bucenis. It has that kind of fight. A lot of people are still flip flopping, going back and forth. You know, coming into the fight,
Yo,
a lot
Edwin,
of people didn't
can we touch on something before we get into the
on what
Zayas and boots?
what.
Let's talk about Rohan Polanco real quick.
Oh no, hold on. Wait 1 second, because we're gonna touch on Roman Polanco too. Plus, we're gonna talk about some boxing headlines. I'm gonna have you read off some boxing headlines. And then we're going to touch up on the Xander Zayas and Jerron Bucinis, and we're going to get into that, right? But you just remind me about that right there. So your boy,
Not
Rohan Polanco,
not my boy, your boy.
he's your cousin, bro, on your mother's side. Stop playing. Didn't you guys take him? Yo, y'all took him, right?
Nah.
Listen, frontline, nah, yo, oh, yo, he's a stepchild now.
Yo,
Listen,
go to Box Rec real quick and pull up the dude he fought, Alex
hold up,
Martin.
hold up. That's what we got you for. Look, check this out. What's the guy's name that he fought in Puerto Rico? He
Alex
just, yep,
Alex Martin. He fought in Mayagüez.
right. Now, okay, Rohan Polanco's been out of the ring for quite a little bit of time. Not, not a long time, I wouldn't say, but enough time. So he makes his ring return. He goes out there to Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, and tell me what you got because Roman Polanco has been yelling into social media that he wants a fight and he wants his opportunity and crack at the top guys. So he had to fight somebody worthy, I can imagine. What was the ranking and how fierce was he in the top 10? Was he in the top 20? I couldn't imagine
All right, so
30 or anything like that.
Alex
Yeah.
Alex Martin apparently was supposed to be a step up for Rohan
Step up
Polanco.
fight. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's tough competition.
So
What
so
happened?
the dude is 36 years old.
Uh-huh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bo-
36 years old. What you think you were
born
gonna
in
get that by?
Chicago, born in Chicago, Illinois, but
36.
lives in Hammond, Indiana,
Okay.
right?
Okay. He might be a Mayweather though at 36. Okay. Now, how good is he?
In the weight class,
Mhm.
there's 2,738 fighters in the world in his weight class.
2,700. All
738.
right, he's gotta be up in the top 40, 50, right?
And he is ranked.
Yep. Give it to me.
Give me the drum roll.
Drum roll? We ain't got a drum roll, but we go.
So
Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, we're gonna give you the bell. Sound at the bell. What was his ranking? How good did he do?
he is ranked
Ah,
524.
come again?
524 in
Say
welterweight.
that again in my good ear.
524.
Uh huh. Uh huh. I
I
thought you made a mistake right there. I thought you said Rohan Polanco
Now check it
fought a
out.
guy.
It gets better.
Which what do you? It gets better than this.
It gets better. So so you remember the fight previous to this one that he was supposed to fight in Puerto Rico, right?
Yep.
He got sick or sometimes somebody food poisoned him
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
right.
That's what he says, right?
Yeah, and then Carlos Adames or some shit got sick.
Yeah. So then fast forward to this fight. Allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because there's always excuses. He said that he fought with a broken or a bad hand. He hurt his hand, something like that. That's why he couldn't get the dude out of there.
He went the distance with the dude.
Yo, 10 rounds.
Okay, check this out. One more question. If you have the guy on box rec up, tell me the guy's last three fights. How did he do? How many wins and losses? Was he coming off a 3-fight winning streak at least?
Negative.
Huh?
So his before Polanco, his last three fights, he fought Kurt Scooby.
Yep.
It was an 8 round fight. He got knocked the fuck out.
Who got knocked out?
This kid, Alex Martin. Then he went and fought Demontes Duncan, who was 13-1. He
Yep.
lost to him by UD. And then he fought Juan Rivera, that's 9-0. He went the distance with him and lost by UD. And then
Stop
he
right
fought
there.
her.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So his last three fights, he lost.
Yeah, one by knockout and two by UD.
Okay, I'm confused. wait, just stop, just stop, stop. I thought you told me at the beginning of this conversation this was a step up fight for Rohan Polanco.
It is.
I'm confused. You told me that they told you that they told us that this was a step up fight for
Well,
Rohan Polanco.
if you ask, depend
Well,
on.
it's not just stop. No, no, no. Stop right there. This stop.
He needs some milk.
Listen, hold up. First of all, the guy was ranked. This is a step up fight. The guy was ranked 500 and something in the world,
527.
527. He's coming off his last three fights. He lost.
Yes. So it was
And
intended
you went the distance
with a power
with that
puncher.
guy.
Yep.
You went
So
the
there's.
distance with.
Oh
Yo,
wait,
oh,
I
wait,
didn't.
wait.
Wait, hold on. I didn't even give you his record. Before he fought Polanco, he was 19 wins. Out of those 19 wins, six were by knockout, and he had 11 losses. And two
How
of
many?
those 11 losses, he got knocked out.
All right. So a guy with 11 losses, ranked 526,
You
coming
couldn't
off
get him out.
three consecutive losses, took Rohan Polanco, the Dominican
Phenom,
destroy phenom here. He took him the distance.
all 10
That's what you're
rounds.
telling me.
Yeah, all 10 rounds.
That's what you're telling me. So this Rohan Polanco dude is ready for the top guys. Going 10 rounds with a guy ranked 500. Listen, if the guy is ranked 520 something, whatever it is, coming off his last three fights, if I break my hand in the fight, that should have made the fight 34 more percent even on his side. I still should be able to knock out a guy like that with one hand.
For sure.
There's no
Not,
way a guy that's ranked 500, three losses.
and there's only two people that knocked him out. One of them was Oscar Duarte, which obviously was at a lower weight class, and Kurt Scooby. Caribe
Mind you,
Boxing.
mind you, Rohan Polanco saying he could beat Oscar Duarte.
Yeah, Caribe Boxing said Polanco left a bad taste in Puerto Rico from his performance. I was told he hurt his right hand. But it's always
He-
an excuse with this kid. If he doesn't dominate the way he
There's
technically
an
should,
excuse.
there's always an excuse.
Right, right.
And then Naldo says, I still think Zayas should have waited. I want to be wrong about my thoughts. Saludo a Richard en la casa. Saludo, my
What's up,
guys.
Richard?
He said
Yo,
Polanco es Pochi Pluma no más. ZK's in the building. Salute. He said, oh my God, with the crazy eyes. Pugs at
that
Zam. Slept on Polanco fight was on the undercard, on the zone undercard. No, it was on a card in Puerto Rico. It was on YouTube by Universal Promotions, but in order to watch it, you have to be a member
right. And you had
to
to pay a membership fee or whatever to
yeah,
them, and it's just like another way of them making it a pay per view fight without paying pay per view taxes.
right. And
That's
then
another way to get around the pay per view loophole system
Saludo
like that.
Chile de Garcia says saludo. Nalo said, and who has that fight? Who that fighter has fought? Question talking about Martin. So okay, let me
No,
just give you.
that's just bad right there. I'm sorry.
So he fought
Um,
his the fight before Polanco. He fought a kid out of Philly by the name
yep,
of Juan Rivera, who's
yep.
9-0. Before that, he fought Demontes Duncan, who was 13-1. Kurt Scooby, 17-1. He fought Dayan Butt, and Dayan Butt actually won that fight. I mean, he beat Daniel Butt. I'm sorry. He beat Daniel Butt. That was back in July 25th of 2025. Daniel Butt came in at 20 wins, 2 losses. Then before that, he fought Antonio Perez, who was 10-0. He lost to him. Uh, Bryce Mills, 17-1. He lost
Listen,
by
fuck that.
UD. Pedro Campa, he lost by to Pedro Campa by UD. He lost to Oscar Duarte. Henry Lundy, he ended up beating by UD.
Oh,
Then he lost to Michael McKinson. He's just got a bunch of losses. But the names that he lost to were like known names. So he's got good people on his name. It's almost like reminds me of a fucking Gabe Rosado.
yeah, but no, Gabe
But not at that
Rosado.
caliber. But not at that caliber.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
disrespecting
I
Gabe
get it. I
Rosado
get it. I
big
get it.
time.
Okay, I won't hold you to that. Right. So, all right, listen, brother. Let's move on to that. Before we break down this Xander, and I know a lot of people want to go over this Xander card. Um, just like I do.
Well, we fight already in here talking
So,
shit.
huh?
We fight already in here. He trying to start some shit. He said your
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
is
But
cooked.
before we fight all night, you know what I'm saying? Uh, get his three little words in. Read off some boxing news, some of the top trending headlines, and what we can expect in boxing coming later on these months.
Well, as far as news goes, you
Hmm.
got uh Bivol
You're on the big
Beterbiev
board.
3. They're in the talks heat up again.
Hmm.
Um Lomachenko is targeting Charlie Suarez. We talked about that.
Yep.
Itaoma to face the top 10 heavyweight in Manchester coming up.
Mm.
Um and then check this one out. This one caught my eye. So Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren.
Yep.
Remember they did the 5-on-5.
Right.
Well, it's heating back up when Hearn and Warren eye a 5-on-5 rematch with a 7-against-7 twist.
What?
So Queensberry Promotions and Matchroom Boxing could be heading for another head-to-head team event later this year, with October or November being targeted for a UK-based follow-up to the original 5 versus 5 show. Eddie Hearn
Mm.
has even suggested the format could expand from a 5 versus 5 to a 7 versus 7, with 7 matchroom fighters facing 7 from Queensberry. The first edition in Saudi Arabia ended in a clean sweep for Frank Warren's side, with Queensberry winning all 5. We got spanked 5-0. Hearn said, "Run it back, give us another chance, and this will be even bigger and have more domestic slant on it for the UK." Several fights have already been mentioned in early discussions, including Caleb Smith versus Joshua Boutsi 2, after Smith won their first fight of the year contender in January 2025. Other possible matchups include Giorgio Vicioli versus Louis O'Doherty for the British lightweight title, Denzel Bentley versus George Liddard at middleweight, and Johnny Fisher versus Dylan White at heavyweight. The original 5 versus 5 saw Queensberry dominate, with Nick Ball beating Raymond Ford, Zhang stopping Deontay Wilder, Dubois
Right.
defeating Hergovic, Willie Hutchins outpointing Craig Richards, and Hamza Shiraz stopping Amber Williams. Now Hearns wants another shot, this time on home soil and possibly with an even bigger lineup.
Bad.
Uh,
Not bad. But I thought it was like actually Aaron like lost like 6 fights that fucking he didn't even like go on a stretch, like a big stretch of like a lot of losses. The only fights he ended up winning during that stretch, in fact, was like Subir Matias versus Liam Paro. And the only reason why he won that because both fighters were signed to him.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So either way, he was going to win. So it's not a real win. And he had 2 fights like that. But other than that, bro, I think he had like something like 12, 13, 14 losses, like across the board. He went in a slump when he hit that match from Queensbridge. Frank Warren fucking ran it 5-on-5. I think in that night it got actually, if my memory is correct, if anybody can help me with this, but I think it did get extended to 6 that night. And they
Yeah,
put
but the original
another
comp.
fighter. The
The,
original was 5. Supposed to, right? Am I right or no?
yeah, but I think that six fight you're talking about, it only had a matchroom fighter. The other one wasn't signed to Queensberry.
I'm not sure about that. I remember one of the fighters or one of the fights, something pulled out or something happened. They
I don't
were
remember.
scrambling to put somebody in. If anybody can help me out and remember the sequence of events that took
We,
place, but I thought, yo, it was priceless. I'll tell you what was priceless. Watching Ed Herm squirm in that chair, fight after watching him lose.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
beautiful classic.
Yo,
Um,
listen. Oh,
it says Mark says Wilder and Zhang or Parker. I guess the six fight you was talking about.
yeah. Must have been that one.
I don't know. He said Wilder and Zhang or Parker.
It was one of them with Wilder. It was either Wilder and Zhang or um Wilder and Parker. But it was one of those fights that he also lost to, I think he's trying to
Yeah.
say.
Pug says, okay, gotcha. Who's the giant prospect Puerto Rico fighter training with Keyshawn Davis? I haven't seen. I haven't seen any training footage with Keyshawn
Polanco
and
down bad? Yeah, he
yeah,
is.
Polanco's not bad. We fight in the building. He says, your
He
boy
down
is
bad right
cooked.
now.
Naldo says also Orlando City Salido. I'm just someone said, what's good round one in front line? Salute.
Salute, brother.
Josh was laughing his ass off.
Eh,
Naldo says, I'm talking back in the boxing days about City Salido. Look how he started and became champion. You never know. Joshua says Polanco down bad. I don't think that's the word. Zamwa. I don't even. I think that's how you say it. Zamawa. Except up, boss man.
What up,
Salute.
baby?
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
man,
Zhang
listen.
was the extra since Wilder wasn't signed to QB but was on the card. See, so
Oh,
you're probably thinking because one of them was signed to somebody, I think Matchroom or something like that.
yeah, that's a little trivia. It's a little trivia. But I bet you might be able to answer it right if you go back to watch the actual card itself and like go in the card. They talk about the situation and when Ed Hearn starts losing fight by fight by fight, and he's sitting there squirming and shit. I think the commentators bring up the situation and the players involved, and you'll probably um find out that way.
So let's get to the nitty gritty. Did you flip
Yep.
flop? Did you flip flop on Zayas again, or you
What
still
you
sticking with
mean?
Zayas?
You better stop playing with me.
Are you still sticking with Zayas, or did you flip flop?
I haven't left Zaya's side. I've never once ever. So I don't, you know what I mean? Those that statement you just made is, how should we say, preposterous. My throat is parched right now. Hold on. Mm, mm, uh, ah, there we go. Mm.
So
Hold up.
that
Let me take it from here. Hold on. Let me take this off. Listen, fight fans. Xander Zayas and Jerron Bucenis. This is why we watch boxing. Let's just be honest. This is a big fight. A lot of fight fans are going back and forth, like you see Arnaldo in the chat, still asking himself, is it too early? Let me tell you something right now. I have been watching a lot of tape, a lot of pro boxers, coaches, reporters, excuse me, boxing analysts, YouTube content creators, and etc. All chime in and give their opinion on this very in particular fight right here. Jerron Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas. And there are a lot of fighters all have said very interesting things. I've even saw former world champion um, Roy Jones Jr. And I had to wonder, is he watching my program? Right? Because I said the same thing. When fans like Naldo, Frontline, and a lot of my supporters said, "Yo, Edwin, don't you think Xander's a little bit too young? Don't you think he needs to develop just a little bit more time?" And I looked you guys right into this camera. And I said, "Is this mic on?" And I repeated the words Roy Jones repeated himself. It's not a matter if he's ready or not. Once you took the responsibility to go up there and get those world titles, you were ready. No te mete la pata if you're not ready to be a man. And sometimes some of us grow up fast now, don't we? Xander grew up in boxing at a young age of 16, 17 years old. He was already signed to Top Rank. This is his profession. When you ask Xander, what are you? Fighter, a warrior. He ain't no farmer. He ain't no electrician. He doesn't have a 9 to 5. His 9 to 5 is boxing. He grew up here. Jerron Boots Ennis comes from the mean streets of Philly. His father sheltered him away from a lot of the outside interference that Philly, very distracting city. To keep a young man and keep his head on his shoulder must have not been an easy task. You got fast cars, fast women everywhere. And I know what it's like to get a little article in the newspaper and to get a little golden glove underneath your belt. Some of us lose our mind to stay the course when there's a lot of people asking you to come out and hang out, take a picture. You're starting to make a name for yourself, kid. To stay focused as a father and son duo, battled all the things that a city like Philly can really, if you don't pay attention to your kid, the streets will. And Jerron Boots Ennis' father saw something in his son and he took him all the way here. Father and son duel. It's a beautiful thing. But that doesn't spell success. Jerron Boots Ennis now is on the verge of proving to the world that he is that guy. Because for a long time, he lived in the shadow behind the one and only Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was the guy. Pound for pound fighter. He's him. And Jerron Boots Ennis has been trying to get the fights that can solidify him and give him the status and the recognition he so desperately seeks. He signed with Ed Hearn. And so far, so good. But here we are. We got a young man in Xander Zayas daring to be great. And when I mean daring to be great, I'm not just throwing the word around. Xander didn't have to take this fight. Even Ed Hearn said it himself. We're here because of Xander. Period. If Xander says no, we have no fight. Ron Boots Ennis has no leverage. He has to go get it. And if you guys can't see right now that the type of buzz that this fight is starting to garnish. And by the way, I just want to make an announcement here at Round One Sports Talk. I'm officially going to the fight. I got my ticket, so I will be in New York City in the Barclays Center on June 27th. So if you want to meet me, meet up there, say what's up. You know what I mean? We can meet up at the fight. But that's where I'll be on June 27th. I'll be in New York City at the Barclays Center. Hopefully, I'm working on some backstage credential. Keep my fingers crossed because I think I missed the deadline to sign up naturally. You know what I'm saying, for myself. So I'm gonna try another avenue, see if that works. But this time I'm only going to be going to the fight as a fan. I don't have any credentials to get back there and talk to any of the fighters. Of course, you know how Round One Sports Talk does. Sometimes, somehow, get it done. I don't know how I do it, man, but I'll be doing it. You know, and I'm being a little known. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little big, big thing here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, uh, my wife laughs. We were in the store in Walmart and somebody recognized me. Yeah, yeah. I think, hey, tune in. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Hey,
listen. Hey, I just told her it's gonna get worse from here, baby. You gotta get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
hey, Loy says deep down inside, Edwin's going for boots. We fight.
Stop it.
We fight says, nah,
Stop.
stop saving your boy. Naldo says, I will always go for my PR fighters, but I still have my doubts. Y'all know that I'm decent about my predictions. Joshua says, Boots' career on the line, not our problem. Jason says, people talking like Boots can't lose. So much hype around that 10-year prospect. Nando says, I'm here. I can take the criticism. Joshua says, Zayas is just getting started. Oh, Wizard says, salute round one and frontline. Smash the like button, peeps. Moonman says, F Sufa, G League. Naldo says, nice Edwin. I'm just someone says, Edwin has YouTube street smarts.
Yeah.
Bull Rider says, why didn't you get frontline a ticket? Question.
I did get frontline a ticket. But his wife ain't letting him go. I said, yo,
Not
you gonna let him go? She said no. She had a low jack tracking device on his leg. She had the shirt. I have a girlfriend on it, and she had an alarm with a bullhorn. I have a girlfriend. Boo boo, and I still couldn't get him approved. So he can't get let out the house, man. Tried everything. I even wrote the mayor, I'm saying, of his city. Yeah, they not.
And guess what?
No.
She is the mayor.
She is the mayor. I got denied.
Ri- Richard, how many losses Alex Martin? 17, 11. No, he's 19 wins. At the time when he fought Polanco, it was 19 wins, 11 losses.
11 losses. And he went the distance with that man. And that man got the nerve to beat on his chest and call out the top guys. That man was ranked 520, what, six? You said?
27, 27.
27?
You try to boot him down one slot?
I'm trying to help him out one. You know what I mean? He's down bad right now. Nah, Polanco. He need a better, decent fight. He's got to look better. He's just got to look impressive. You know you're gonna get criticism after a performance like this. I know that Rohan Polanco, hopefully, uh, some guys might be avoiding him and ducking him, and being chill for a little while can make you a little sluggish. All right, babe. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of go into these fights thinking, this they had this that guy ain't gonna do nothing, and this guy didn't get the memo, and he's fucking actually fighting you, and now you got to turn it up. But I make no excuses for Rohan. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, first of all, oh, and by the way, and you also miss weight. So on top of all that, you miss weight
147.6
too.
or point 0.6 or point 0.4.
Yeah. So this is your second fight you miss weight in. So excuse me, everything is not adding up and everything's not looking good. It just seems to be getting worse. Everything that came out of that fight, taking that tune up, I'm not sure that it was the right move. You were supposed to go in there, starch the guy, and then they were supposed to say that guy wasn't on your level, but couldn't ignore the knockout. You know how that goes, Polanco. The guy goes in there, Jerron Butinis goes in there, knocks out Lima. Then all of a sudden, because Jerron was too good on that night against that level, now that guy sucks. And Jerron didn't do nothing at 154. But we don't ignore the knockout. We go look at the night. Ooh, ooh. At least you're like, if we're gonna talk shit, you can't say he didn't knock him out. You went the distance. Miss
10,
weight,
10 whole
and fought a
rounds.
guy 500, ranked 500, and a guy coming off 3 losses, and he had 11 losses. He's been stopped twice. This gets worse. You went the distance with that, but you're claiming that you're gonna beat who? You couldn't even put this guy, and then you say, I hurt one hand. Brother, guy ranked as high as you are, claiming to be the man with one hand, you should have knocked him out. That dude is ranked 527. Fuck, he came off three. You just gave him his fourth loss in a row. He's coming off 3 losses. Where in one of those losses, he got knocked out. You couldn't put him away? Nah, bro. What excuse can you give him? He's got to shine. Maybe I hope these dudes do sleep on him. Sleep on Rohan. They be like, oh shit, look, he's sweet. Rohan comes out there, knocks him out. Now we talking. You can get back in the good graces of boxing because, as we all know, here at Round One Sports Talk, right? Boxing is a blood sport. And if you bring the people blood, they'll love you again. They'll love
Naldo,
you again.
Naldo says, I'll give Sufa about 5 years to take over boxing if the American promoters don't get bought out. Remember, the monkey dances when the great money is offered. It's only my humble opinion. I'm
There's
just
a
someone said.
possibility.
Polanco was clowning Keyshawn for not making weight. Richard said, los
Oh
dummies
shit.
están diciendo que los
Oh shit.
boricuas están criticando a Polanco, huepa. I'm just someone said the gymnasium was empty, mostly empty. Listen, the Puerto Rico cards, you got to understand, like, not a lot of people go out for those small cards. They'll go out for like the big, big cards, but for
Brother,
small
you on
cards
the
like that,
island where these people are more subjected to seeing blood. And God forgive me for seeing a man get blazed up 100 times in the grill piece. You know. We're talking about the island. You fighting on the island and you ain't bringing excitement? But you putting these people to sleep? You're not in America. What are you guys talking about? Like when you fight on the bro, there's probably fights right outside. Are you serious? And you're going out there saying that you are a neighboring cousin, right? And you're supposed to be advertised as the hotness.
one thing about
This
Puerto
is the
Rican,
guy. This is the guy we were talking about. And you're sitting there going, "What the
yo,
fuck is
one thing
this,
about Puerto Rican fighting fans, like
no,
boxing fans, they're very, very vocal. If you're
bro?
not performing, you're gonna get
Bro,
booed.
tell me you can go get away with that in Mexico.
Hell no.
Tell me you can get away with that shit in Mexico,
Nope.
Argentina. Come
Nope.
on, bro. You're not getting none of them Latin countries. You're not getting away with that shit. Only in U.S. Look, look.
I think
I,
Polanco
I
got to go to Sean Boxing over there in DR and fight over there.
I don't know. But shout out to Amanda Serrano getting the
Yes,
stoppage.
sir. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Shout out
She
to
tied.
my girl.
She tied
The
for what? The
real
height
glow right there. Hey yo, she just tied the female um
record.
knockout record. She tied it.
Yeah, she needs one more fight
She
to
needs
get
one
the.
more battle. Okay, so since Clarissa Shield is so good and she's considered by many to be the best female boxer, well then I guess she's right behind Amanda. How many more she needs to catch up?
Oh, she
Huh?
needs a shitload more
Huh?
knockouts.
Wait, she needs 30, 30, 30 more knockouts, you say? Shit. She ain't never catching that woman when it comes to knockouts.
Nope. Polanco needs
Nah.
to be fighting in DR. Says I'm just someone or Washington Heights. Listen, right now with that performance, mind you, he signed. Well, I don't know if he's still signed with Top Rank, but Top Rank did a co-promotion with Universal Promotions to get him on a card.
Right.
So
To get him a fight.
they found him this fight, And when they found him this fight, he thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, and it took him
No,
10
no,
rounds.
listen. Cuando ellos te pichean un bombito para el pitcher, you're supposed to hit that out the park, bro. Let's just say what it is. No one here is saying that Ryan Rohan Polanco sucks. Not one person here. We're saying that the performance, the level of the competition, what they're advertising them to be, it's not looking good right now, right? But ain't nobody ever said that Rohan sucks or stop being a fan of him. Nothing. This happens in boxing. It's called criticism. We can be critical to boxers. We can call them out on their sometimes bad performances or not the best of competition, but it's always on to the next one. Congratulations for getting the most important part of the mission, which is the dub, the win. Okay? What he does next, we're going to see. And, like my father always said, Edwin, you know why I love boxing? Because boxing will keep you honest. It'll tell the truth. If you don't train, it's going to show. If you didn't work hard in the gym, it's going to show. Boxing will reveal itself to the fighter on fight night. So it really doesn't matter what I say, what you say. It's what Rohan does. If Rohan Polanco comes out like that, fighting against the top guys, brother, good luck. And if you think you're ready like that, brother, once again, good luck. But if this is one of those cases that Rohan knew, listen, look, that's a sloppy way of thinking because I don't give a fuck what case it was. In order for you to become a world champion, you got to have a world champion mindset. Anyone they put in front of you, you're supposed to take them out. If the opportunity, they don't pay you for overtime in boxing. And like my dad always said, bro, yo, boxing will tell the truth. It will tell the truth. So listen,
Hey, Zamwa wants to know. He said, "Yo, I probably missed this, but what was your thoughts about the latest with Uzyk's win?"
all right, listen, guys, that was a case that Usyk trained for that fight. I don't want anybody in the world to think that Usyk is not a disciplined fighter or a dedicated fighter. He trained just like any other fight. What happened in that fight is um Rico Van there, his awkward style and his ability to understand how to punch, he was accurate for the most part. Verhoeven kept moving like this, and I kind of described it like that movie with Jim Carrey when he was the Rhode Island State Trooper, and he would snap, and the dude, and he would get his ass whooped like that. I was laughing, and it's funny. Verhoeven made fun of a video of himself after that, and said that he was like Jim Carrey, and I started laughing because that's what I said in on the live stream. So what that meant was he wasn't doing the dance the way it was supposed to. Boxing is a dance sometimes, and at a high level, the fighters know if I'm here, you're there, I do this, it's going to cause reaction. For you to do that, I'm going to do this. There are certain moves they already got down packed. There are setups they're looking for, and they're switching angles. And boxers at that level are doing things for a reason. Every time Usyk got in position or tried to get in position with Rico, Rico was always out of position. He was never where he trains in sparring where the guy should be in boxing because you're treating the guy in front of you like a boxer. You're not saying that this guy's a street fighter or bar fighter, right? That you got to watch for any wild shit, right? But that's what he was in with. I don't think Usyk trained for Rico's situations. I don't think it dawned on him that he thought that Rico was going to try to look like a boxer, like Francis Ngannou made the mistake with AJ. Francis Ngannou went out there trying to imitate a boxer and got knocked out because he doesn't know what to do as a boxer. You can look like one. They can teach you where to put your hands. You could go like this a couple of times, right? But you don't know how to move like a boxer. He didn't know how to move out the way from that shot. AJ laid him out. With Rico Van Hoven and Usyk, it was just a style clash. It was a big challenge for Usyk. Not only was the guy doing crazy shit, but he was bigger, stronger, and he could take a punch. Usyk hit that man with everything he had. Everything. And that dude was like, pow, going forward. Yo, he snapped fucking Uzyk's head back multiple times in the fight. All I kept seeing was Uzyk's head go back like that, bro. And he was hurting Usyk. Fucking, he was one Frankenstein looking motherfucker, bro. He was just going forward, bang, boom, bang. He was just doing, he was doing whatever. And he had Usyk overthinking, overreacting, trying to recenter himself. He didn't couldn't find angles to come in because every angle wasn't safe. It was like he was going like this and then sneaking one in. Like he was like he was clever. Rico was clever. He was accurate too. Like when he did let go, he was tagging Usyk. Man, it was just a style clash. Now the stoppage. Bullshit stoppage. Bullshit stoppage. I didn't like it at all. In the very same card, uh, Torres, Richard Torres got laid the fuck out by Frank Sanchez. He hit Richard Torres. Richard Torres face planted, and the referee was counting 3, 4. He got up, fell down, hey, bro, this dude face planted. They was counting for him. Rico was up against the ropes with his hands up. With his hands up. They didn't even give him a standing count. Then on top of that, when you go back and you hear it, the bell rang. The bell rang. The rules state after the bell rings, if Rico was to have he fell or dropped, if he couldn't make it to his corner, the fight was over. That man was on his feet. And the bell rang. The bell rang. He was supposed to go to his corner, and the ref grabbed him and said, "Fight's over." You mean the round is over? To send him back to his corner. They said, "Yo, listen, when Usyk dropped him, I guess the ref, he's been in a lot of fights. He know what to do, right?" He's like, and Usyk is gonna knock him out, so I don't have to get in the way. He started saying that Usyk started hitting him and Rico started surviving that shit. The ref said, "Oh shit, he ain't gonna knock him out. I got you. I got you. I got you, Chip. I got you." That was a bullshit stoppage, bro.
Yo, Turkey left his seat with a briefcase. He came back empty-handed. Where do you think that
Empty handed.
Where do you think that briefcase went?
I don't know, but uh they saw the referee leaving in a Ferrari with a briefcase.
let me see here. Richard says, like I said, hold on. Yeah, Richard says, like I say, I like to see Polanco versus Norman Jr. to see what he got. Oof. I think it's too soon for Polanco. Norman will fucking wipe him.
Norman,
Look,
yeah.
look what happened with Jaime Munguia. They underestimated the French fighter. You never know.
Bruce Sarrat,
U- Usyk took Rico into deep waters, and Usyk got him. Joshua said Rico showed out. Naldo says, nah, Rico was done. Bull Rider says round one speaks the truth. Naldo says, frontline, what do you think about the Usyk Rico fight? Question. I'll get to that in a second. They know Rico comes back strong. They didn't want to risk it, says Joshua. All right.
yeah.
Now, as far as the stoppage goes, I think, personally, Usyk threw a number of combinations, and all Rico did was block himself. He didn't throw any punches back. I think that's what caused the ref to stop the fight. And then on
Why didn't the
top of
ref
it,
yell out, show me something,
well,
and give Rico the opportunity? Like, the ref, you know, how the ref like warned you, yo, show me something, show me, I'm gonna stop the fight. It's not like Rico's corner was up on the apron already, like threatening to, and there was real damage.
no,
Yo, my
but
man wasn't hurt. He wasn't bleeding. He wasn't, no, bro. It was
it's
just
the
like,
it's the same thing that happened with Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith.
no,
Subriel,
Sabril was out on his feet. You was looking into the referee was looking in Sabril's eye, right? While he went down. And one eye was going this way and the other one was going that way. Right? Sabril was out of it, bro.
uh,
Yeah, that fucking
uh,
Rico did.
I think he was
That
up.
Rico dude was not as far gone.
Caribe
Eh,
Boxing says, I think a good fight for Polanco will be Albright. But Albright fights at 140. Polanco's at 147.
yeah. How about this? How about this? Here's another scenario for you. Rico was not hurt more than Joshua was against Andy Ruiz.
No, no, he wasn't.
All right then. And they could have stopped that Anthony Joshua fight because he was way more hurt than that Rico dude. And they
Me,
stopped his fight.
Mio, shout out to Mio. Saludos. He
Come
said
on,
Usyk
man.
had it at that point. Yeah, he was pretty much done, says Mio. Bad stoppage either way. Joshua says he's in camp with Zayas. Who's in camp with Zayas, Joshua?
Who is?
Melaza says saludo gorillo. I'm just someone's Rico was still defending, wasn't hurt, and immediately protested. We'll see what happens because I know Rico said he wants the rematch. Let's see
Uzyk's
if
never fighting that man again. Are you crazy? Usyk will never fight. That's one of those fights that when you fought him, you got the W. That's good. I'm not fighting you ever again. It's kind of like Mayweather and Kotos. Once Mayweather, I'll never fight that man again. No, no rematch. No
damn
rematch.
Melasa came in here hot. He said David Benavidez beats Bivol and Usyk in the same night.
Shit.
I'm just someone says give Albright another good fight. Question? Nah. All,
Well,
all, Albright's at 40. Can he make 47? Probably.
okay, I'll tell you what. I agree with that. How about this? You know what? I agree with you. Let's give Albright another tough, decent fight. You know why? Sink or swim. Either you're here to stay or go back down to obscurity. There's gonna be a lot of fighters coming up looking to be that next star, that next place in line. If Albright is serious about leaving his 9 to 5 job and being a boxer full time, he can't take a step backwards now. Not right now. He's gonna have to challenge himself. Sink or swim. I wish him the
You,
best.
let me tell you
I hope,
something.
but
If Albright can get a full training camp in, without focusing on work, bro, he'll
right?
be a problem. He'll be a problem.
Yeah, he has to take that shot right now because Albright doing that 9 to 5 and boxing shit is not like you said. It's not bringing the I think the best out of him. So I think that he needs to gamble on himself. Take a risky big name, kind of not big name in the sense of title or top 10, big enough to be right under top 15 and in the mid tier. That's what I'm my definition of top for him, for his kind of top. You understand? So let me break that down. So um I think he needs to take a shot. Take a shot if
So
he
wait,
can
you're
get the
saying to go up
fight.
to 47 or stay at 40?
No. Okay, check it out. Say there's a guy out here, right? And let's say, okay, wait a minute. Okay, what division? So you said you want him to go to 47, but he just fought
No,
at
no.
40 with Keyshawn?
He's at 40 with
He,
Keyshawn.
he's at 40 because he just fought Keyshawn.
Yep. While you look
Right.
that up, I'm
Okay.
gonna read. I'm gonna finish up with the comments. Zamon
Okay. Go ahead.
says, "This is the reason why I'm here and listening to your podcast, Big Boss. You laid it down exactly how I saw it."
Thank you.
Joshua says, "Tiger Johnson. Yes, we know Tiger Johnson's in with with Zayas in training. Yes.
Oh, yeah. For
I'm
speed. Yes. Yes. He was. He is. Yes.
I'm just someone says and vice versa, and then Caribe Boxing says that's my point. Albright will be a good test for Polanco. It if he goes up to 47, yes, yes. Damn, Tiger Johnson's a good fight for Polanco too.
Albright's not ranked in none of the sanctioning bodies in the top 15 yet, huh?
Nope.
No. Okay. Listen.
Pero neither was that other kid, Alex Martin.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
ranked
But
520.
Albright is far from 500. Okay. Albright can get somebody. Listen. Listen. No, you're not going to want to fight Vargas. That's a no no. Team McCove. Let me see. I would stay away from him. Price O'Leary.
Who's
Uh,
top 15 in 47 right now?
Not 47. I'm looking in 40. He
Why
needs to stay
Polanco's at
away from
47?
47. Yeah, but fuck Polanco, bro. Albright needs to start cracking in the 140. You know what I'm saying? He can make the weight. He's not the one that was struggling. Keyshawn was. So the situation is now with Albright and moving up or down. He's got a future at 140. There's fighters there. He's got to. And if you're asking me if what should be his next, if you can get a guy that's on a trajectory and says he can't get nobody, but wait a minute, ain't Albright the one that just fought Queen Son close enough, right? They fought twice. If he can come in that kind of fight and play
Yo,
spoiler
I got a guy for Polanco that'll
and
shut
beat
him
that
up
guy, and he'll start going in that direction. Who do you got for Polanco?
at
I
47.
know. I got a guy. Wait. Before you say your guy, while you were talking, I was looking up a guy for Polanco. He's ranked the 526 in the world.
Listen, you know who because if you look at the rankings right now,
What?
you got for the at 47, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me get
Talk to
back
me.
to this. At 47, you got the
Jack
IBF
Catterall?
is no Lewis Crocker's the IBF, right?
Yeah.
Ranked number
Lewis Crocker, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Rowley are the champions at 147
Okay, Polanco is ranked number 13 in the IBF.
in the IBF.
Yes. You
Okay,
can
take
put
your
him
word for
in
it.
with Raul Curiel, the Mexican. That'll be a good. He's ranked
Ooh.
number 8.
He's ranked number 8,
And then he's ranked number 2 in the WBA. And Polanco is not
number
ranked
3
in.
in the WBC,
he- Well, Raul Curiel is ranked number 3 in the WBC.
in the
Polanco's
WBC.
ranked, yeah, and Polanco's ranked number 8 in the WBC. And then the WBO.
He's
Polanco's
basically
ranked
ranked number 8
number
across the
8,
board behind
and and
Polanco,
and
but
and and
on
Raul Cu-
average, on
and Raul
average,
and Raul Curiel is ranked number 12 in the WBO. So Polanco's ranked higher than him in the WBO. I
that would
think
be a good fight.
that'll be a good step up.
You know what, my brother? That I stamped that. That is a good fight. Nice pick, frontline. Nice pick. I like that.
Look at Gariba says Karen for Polanco. I think that's a good fight for Polanco to prove he's elite. I don't think beating Karen is gonna show he's elite. I mean, unless you ask the Boots fans to say, "Oh my, if he beats Karen, oh my God!" You got to see how they're talking Patty Donovan right now. Patty Donovan's this fucking elite fighter that beat Karen. But that's a good fight too. Karen's a good
Hold
step
on.
up.
Where is Patty Donovan ranked?
That I don't know. Hold on, let me check. Patty Donovan for
Patty
the
Donovan
IBF, he's
ranked.
ranked number 3. IBF
Yup.
three in the
Yup.
IBF.
That's it.
Um, he's just ranked in the
That's it.
IBF. Yep, Karen's not even ranked no more. Oh yes, he is. He's ranked number 5 with the WBO.
So
He's
what's
ranked
going on
number
with this Lewis
11.
Crocker situation? You
I
heard
think
anything on it?
he's fighting Liam Paro.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's coming up too. Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you right now.
that's what I'm looking up. How long is it? Far away or what?
No, it's not that far.
Yo,
Paro versus Crocker, June 24th.
that's before the Xander fight.
Yes. And then we also got this is a good fight. It's probably going to be interesting
What up?
on June 19th.
Keith
H2O.
Cologne.
H2O is fighting Jojo Diaz.
Yes. Yes, he
And
is.
and Keith Colon is fighting on the
My
19th
man
too.
Jojo Diaz. Yo, I like H2O too. This is crazy. Um,
Oh,
but
Bomba
I want
Gonzalez.
Jojo Diaz to get a win so bad,
Me-
so I'm rocking with Jojo Diaz, bro.
remember I told you that Bomba Gonzalez signed to Salita Promotions?
Yes.
He's got a fight coming up June 14th in Michigan, Sunday.
Ah, it's a good
So
day.
Salita's gonna keep him pretty busy.
President of the United States is going to have a UFC fight card on June 14th on the front lawn of the White House. June 14th. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he's going up against. It's like Zuffa's trying to put a card in front of Xander
the 26th. Yep.
on the 26th. You know, these are just some of the fights on those days that these other organizations, you're going to have to compete against that shit. If you set a fucking fight for June 14th, no matter what you are in sports, basketball, if the time frame happens to be during that fight on the White House, you're screwed.
And
You're
then you
gonna
got
be
Bam versus
yeah.
Vargas on the 13th.
See, that's why they put that. See, they were smart. They knew we're not gonna put it on the Saturday, so we're gonna put that on a Friday because the UFC fight's gonna be on a Saturday, June 14th, I think it. Matter of fact, what is it a Saturday that shit lands on June 14th this year?
No, Sunday.
It's on a Sunday.
Yep. Yo, Gamboa got lost his fight too up in Uzbekistan. I think that's where he fought. He fought on the Bivol card, didn't he?
Yeah, he needs to hang it up, man.
Oh, Collazo's fighting Canoe. We talked about that June 20th in
Yes,
California.
yes, yep.
¿Quién más pelea?
How about
Mayweather,
Karen versus Polanco? And
June
then a good
27th.
fight for Polanco to prove his eliteness to fight Karen. Interesting fight, but something tells me that Karen would be too much for Polanco. Even though he
Yeah,
lost, Even though he lost to that dude, Karen, I don't know, man. Yo, it'll be one of those kind of situation like Tevin Farmer versus Floyd Schofield. You thinking Floyd Schofield, you know what I'm saying? Like he was young, right? And he ducked the fucking Shakur Stevenson smoke and faked that he got sick. And then Tevin Farmer came off like three close losses, controversy losses, but they were still losses. And you thought that the Tevin Farmer was going to teach the young kid a thing or two that, but maybe Schofield might beat him. But a lot of people are saying Tevin Farmer might beat this young kid. Uh, and Schofield starched him, just starched him. So,
Santos
and then when I,
Boxing in the building.
what up, brother? And then when I look at this Rohan Polanco character, right? And all of a sudden, I'm saying to myself, you're saying, yo, Edwin, like, let's put him in with these guys right here, right? With Karen and shit. You think that I'm thinking Karen's gonna do something like Tevin Farmer? Fucking Rohan goes out there, starches him, right? It could be one of those situations, you know, where you think that the other guy was gonna be a little tough for the kid or something, and the stronger fighter prevailed, with the power. Rohan got a little power. He's got a little pop, but it definitely didn't show up in Puerto Rico. Reports are saying that he injured his hand for whatever you want to put into that. I just think that when fighters have look lasting performance and the boxing tells the truth, the boxers come out with excuses on why they lost. It's
Santos
never
says
them.
we've been announced Shakur signed to Sufa right after the Teal fight. We got to stop waiting for bigger outlets to confirm it. When we all facts, no opinion. They did they did announce it. I mean, Santos, we don't go based on speculations. We go based on facts. And I know y'all got the insights and shit like that, but until it's official, we won't announce it just because. Naldo says that's what I'm saying. Sufa's going to take over boxing. I don't think Sufa's going to take over.
I'm
I don't
not
think so.
sure about that, Naldo. See, Naldo, here's the problem with that, right? Here's the problem with Zuffa taking over boxing. When you have Zuffa, that's an entity that it's a bunch of investors, bunch of rich people, the TKO, shit like that. These are all like these rich billionaire type dudes and shit like that, right? And when you have investors and stuff like that and these kind of things, the way they have it, I'm not sure if it's going to be sustainable, or if the Sufa's recipe is one for success. You look at Sufa's track record, look at the TKO's track record, all the endeavors, all the other sports that they've tried to go into, they don't have a lot of success at all.
Hey,
Very
Evan, drop the
little.
link in case anybody wants to chop it up here.
So yeah, so like, in every sport they went to, golf, you name it, whatever sports they were, you can look them up. They've been around for a long time. They always went in there throwing money. It never seemed to work out. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just look, man, like I said, I'm a bit more reserved than you guys. A lot of people see super boxing right now, they want to stamp it as an entity in boxing. No, I just see Sufa, another entity, pimping boxing's pimping them. And there's
And
boxing and there's their boxing holes.
speaking of
They
Shakur too,
Wait up. Sufa's right there, right now. Sufa's got a tight mini skirt on with stockings with the Oscar De La Hoya fucking 6-inch heels on. And boxing got her walking the strip right now. And she's trying to get it and grow. That's Sufa boxing. She's on the boxing YouTube streets, walking up and down, showing you some leg. trying to get you to come in more ways than one. That's super boxing. Because boxing's already been here. We ain't the home. We've been here for 100 years. Who's trying to ride off us? Our boo. Now, if you ain't careful, that hoe can take over. How many times you seen it in a movie? She done cut the dude's throat, and all of a sudden, her rise to power. Super boxing. It'd be like in that movie. What was it? With what was it? Judge Dredd, where the girl came up with the scar on her face. At the end, he threw out the window with the Momo, with that, you know what I mean? That slow mo, right? Right? So, yeah, it took her forever to hit the ground. All of a sudden, this woman came, that Zuffa. She's out there showing it. Nice. So
You
what?
know,
Listen, me, I ain't just gonna go for any whole story. She can't tell me nothing. She's gonna have to prove herself, right? You ain't just gonna let her come up on you and talk you out your watch and your chain. Talk about sip this, drink this. You better never do that. You gonna wake up naked in the alley, right? So Trufa's making a lot of power moves, but they're just another entity. They're just another promotional group so far. Just because you got a shitload of money, brother. Yo, I've seen that before. Top rank. Ed Hearn. His father's a billionaire. They got Matchroom. They
you
into
catch up with the
everything.
chat. I do.
You know what I'm saying? So Sufa doesn't impress me.
Hey, drop the link for anybody who want to chop it up. I'm just someone, I think I read that, but he says Sufa will ultimately take over. Naldo says the Arabs have plenty of billions. Santos Boxing says we got the insiders that work real close with these promotional companies. The reason they take so long to break the news is because they keep it under the wraps so they can lock up other things without other affairs getting in the way.
Yep.
Joshua says, "Where's Bang Boogie? Haven't seen him on in a while." Bang Boogie disappeared with Ali and
I
never
don't
came
know,
back.
bro. Yeah, I guess dude likes to tell jokes, but he can't take none. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat said something to him. I don't know. I see him every now and then, but nah, I don't know where Boogie at, bro.
Long honeymoon with Ali.
I
That
guess so.
Low key says Lil Macho Stevenson down bad. Santos says keep it real frontline. You know we've been sending that in the group chat. We got yep. I said it. Yeah, I said y'all been saying it.
Yeah.
I'm just someone. Lou DeBella said Sufa will take over because. Wait. Lou DeBella said
Ludabella.
they'll take over because they have good business model. He said the other
Said
promoters
something to that?
aren't as organized or well funded.
Did you just say Ludabella said?
He said Lou
See, right when
DeBella.
you started right there, as soon as you started the sentence off with right there, listen, I like Lou, bro. That dude's one, he's got like a lot of respect in the game of boxing. He's been around for a long time. He's seen a lot of shit. He knows a lot of shit. He just, he's just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He always has been. You see, Lou is the kind of promoter that has to take his fighter and bring them to the top promoters that sit at the round table. They won't let him in to sit at the table with them. He's had some choice words about some of the top promoters in the game throughout the years. It's no secret his little war he has against some of these top promoters, Lou. And Lou has never liked the fact that he's never been able to get into the room. He always got to get his fighter. He doesn't have that kind of promotion company where he can keep a fighter. These promoting companies are always going to take his fighter away. So rather than do that, he works with them. So what Lou wants to do, he wants to break that monopoly. Same thing that Fresh Promotion did with Zubriel Matias. Same thing. They're just trying to get to that table. Lou has never been able to do that. And well said from a man that wants Sufa to succeed, so that breaks up the table. Hey, I'm a friend of my enemy. Shit, if Lou says if I'm never gonna get in, well, I'd rather take all of them down with me too. Well said from a man that never sits at the table. Well said. Sufa's gonna take over. You said that. I see why. Read the chats.
Low key says, is Little Macho ducking all the smoke at 35 and 40? Question. DJ Duke says, Sufa will take over because of their connections and smart people working for them. Naldo says, bang, bang, who? Question, laughing emoji.
Eh,
Then he said, I'll be nice. Hmm.
I'll be
All
nice.
right, so check it.
Yep,
Speaking of Little Macho, right? He's talking about Shakur Stevenson
of course. I don't like that name.
ducking all the smoke at 35 and 40. I don't think he's ducking 40 smoke.
I don't think he's ducking smoke.
I so okay.
No.
Oshaki Foster and Shakur getting in the ring after the Ford fight was a stupid move. That fight, y'all should know by now. If y'all real fight fans and y'all follow boxing with even with the politics and all that shit, that fight will never happen. Never. What month would happen in Edwin?
Month of Neverwary.
There you go. It's
The
never
month of
gonna happen.
Neverwary. It's never gonna
Yo,
happen.
anybody want to jump up? The link's in the chat.
Yeah, that fight's never gonna happen. I don't believe it. But I believe that there's plenty of smoke for Shakur Stevenson. Shall he choose to defend that belt at 140 pounds, the WBO title? You got fighters like Dalton Smith, that are is the WBC new champion there. You got Gary Antoine Russell Jr., which is the WBA champion. The IBF is vacant, but you also got top contender Lindolfo Delgado that Shakur can fight.
For
I
the
know
vacant belt.
for the vacant belt, exactly. Or Oscar Duarte is another one that's there, right? But I know he's not going to fight Keyshawn Davis, so that's going to be out of the question. Arthur's number 5. I'm not sure about that. Kevin Brown, um, Andy Hiroka is at 140. You got
Morataya's at 40. Russell's at 40.
yeah, I said Russell. Um,
Morataya, you got Lindolfo, like you
Raymond
said.
Morataya?
Yeah.
No, Raymond
Or he's
Morataya is at
or
35.
he's still at 35?
Yeah, he's
I thought he
IBF
was
at
ducked.
35. Yeah, nah, no, 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 no. But you got Isa Pipo Cruz, which is the WBC interim at 140. Isa Pipo Cruz got a good backing. He's got good crowd. And that's always Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I'm just throwing some names out there. Alberto Puello is also, let's remember, at 140. Alberto Puello is another fighter that's there. Come to mind. There's enough smoke there for Shakur Stevenson if he should choose it.
Yeah, I'm just someone says 130 to 140. Kerr said come up to 40. Shock is stupid if he does. Gives up too much height,
Gives up
reach,
too
weight,
much.
and power. Bull Rider says Shakur only claims Puerto Rico on fight week. Facts. Now you'll want to call him Lil Camacho. Get out of here. But
Wow.
listen, technically Shakur is Puerto Rican. Technically.
He is.
His father's Puerto
Hey yo, hey
Rican.
yo, hey yo, frontline, no te deje. They trying to split us up.
Now they ain't
They trying
splitting
to
us
make
up.
us go get you see the trick? Don't fall for the trickery. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
Shakur Puerto Rican.
Shit, I would like
But
to see
no,
Shakur Stevenson fight Subriel Matias.
That fight will never happen.
Sabrina Matias at 140. Shakur
That
Stevenson got the WBO.
Shakur said he'll never fight Matias. Never. You know
Yo,
why?
how is this gonna work if Keyshawn Davis is the mandatory to your fucking belt? How does that work?
That's why Shakur's either he's talking about either one
No, no,
going
no,
back
no,
down to
no, no, no,
35,
no,
but
no,
now that
no,
he's
no,
with
no, 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 no,
Zuffa,
no, 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 no. Puñeta, vamos a hablar claro.
Cinco
Vamos a hablar
Díaz,
claro. Okay? Listen, something just dawned on me, guys. Let's see what the WBO is about now. I'm calling you out, Puerto Rico. I'm calling you out right here on Round One Sports Talk tonight. Why? Because something just dawned on me. Check this out. You claim that you have changed as an organization, that you will no longer let the number one sit around in the ranking and not take the fight. The WBO is supposed to be the only organization that mandates the number one. If they offer you the fight and you deny it, you go down to the bottom of the line. Ain't that the way it's supposed to go, front line?
yes,
Shakur Stevenson is supposed to be ordered to fight Shakur. I don't give a fuck if you are grab ass buddies, Call of Duty buddies or not. Let's see what the rules and if these boxing organizations are going to obey by their rules that they put allegedly to help change boxing and to give us these fights. So just because you're the Puerto Rico belt, I'm not going to let you slide. No, I'm calling you out, WBO. You need to mandate or take away that number one spot from Keaton Davis. Make him say no. Bring him down. Star or no star. No one should be bigger than the law. No one. I don't give a fuck if you got star status and sell tickets. If you start doing it for this guy, you're gonna have to do it for the next, and you fix nothing. The only way you can keep this fair, you need to mandate that man to fight Shakur. WBO, I'm calling you guys on this one. We need to see if they're gonna mandatory this. This, no, I see it now. Just noticed it. Right? You're number one. IWBO, let's find out. Let's find out if y'all gonna play favoritism shit. Let's see. And we talk about these belts and them being fucked up and messing things up and putting all this stupid shit in the way. But when we got situations like this that we can see, because remember, they made up that rule because of a fighter of William Cepeda that was the number one across the entire board. They said, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. How the fuck did he become the number one on all four and never fought for a belt? So WBO issued that statement and they used it on one fighter already. One guy denied the fight, brought him back down. Let's see what they do here. You know, if this popularity or star status is more than the rules that they put in place. We're going to find out. We're going to find out.
Caribe, yes. All Santiago is stuck. He says the WBO has all Santiago stuck. He was number one, and they dropped him to number two to put Davis there.
Because when they offer you the fight, if you can't take it, they're going to bring it down next. That's what the WBO is saying. That's their claim.
Right,
That they're
but
trying
Ojo
to
never.
change boxing.
Yeah, but
That they're
Ojo
trying to
never.
put pressure on these fighters. Really? So if you did it to these guys, you better do it to Keyshawn.
But Ojo never turned down a fight.
We
Never.
don't know that.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, the fuck we do.
Why?
Remember, he was supposed to fight Henry Cedeño on the Subriel Matias card, and
Okay?
for whatever reason, Henry Cedeño couldn't fight. Now, Ojo has been calling out Shakur, and he called out
He just doesn't have the ranking or the name to back it.
who?
Oh,
Oho's ranked number 2.
no, but for Shakur's belt,
Yes. He's been ranked, and then they bumped him down to
oh
2 to
yeah, yeah,
put
yeah.
Keyshawn. It's all politics, bro. Oho wants the smoke. And trust me, Yomi's not gonna let him not fight for a title. Yomi wants him to fight for a title.
All right,
Remember,
hold. Okay, okay.
y-
Back me, back. Let's. Hold on.
Caribe, el link está en el chat. ¿Te quieres subir?
Wait, check this out. Check this out. Hold on. Okay, who did Keyshawn Davis beat? Albright. He beat
Yeah.
Albright. How did he beat? Oh shit! I got somebody in the thing. I didn't even see him there. My bad. Who did Santos boxing?
Yep.
Santos boxing. What up, my dude? He beat Albright to get the number one spot at the WBO at 140.
No.
You beat Albright. That's not even ranked in the top 15.
No. He was ranked number 1 way before he even fought Albright. It was some
That before
fuckery.
he fought Albright, he fought Jermaine Ortiz.
Yo, y'all hear me?
There you
We
go.
hear
What's up,
you loud and
Santos?
clear.
Que lo que, dime, maní,
What's
dime.
up? What's up? How you
Ya tú
doing,
sabes,
Santos?
chilling, bro. It's a pleasure
Chilling.
to meet you, you
Domi.
feel me?
Yo,
Likewise.
Since you Dominican, what do you think about Rohan Polanco?
I think he's a good fighter, but bro, you want me to be honest, bro, that nigga Dominican Devin Haney.
Yeah, diablo.
Yeah, diablo.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I don't really like how everyone was saying earlier, bro. Like his power really not crazy. You feel me? He's a decent boxer, but at the same time, the nigga never fought somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
you know, I go for my Dominican people, but
Yeah, of course.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. The only Dominican out here putting in work is Carlos Adames for real,
Yeah.
holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. Yup.
But look,
Yup.
I want to touch it. Yo, y'all be killing me with the Shakur's a Puerto Rican fighter. Shakur's a Puerto Rican fighter. Yo, that nigga's not Puerto Rican, bro. He might got Puerto Rican blood, but whatever happened to yo, if you not
Nah.
fucking with us back then, don't fuck with us now.
Brother, check this out. Brother. Don't you recognize there are times today you could be called motherfucker. I want to identify as a stealth one helicopter, and now you gotta identify to that motherfucker as a stealth one helicopter. You got the right to say whatever you feel. You know how today's times are. I can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? If a dude want to come out today and say, "Yo, I jumped to the other side of the street," well, then
but the
that's
thing
what it
is,
is.
but the thing is, I I can't rock with it only for the simple fact he disrespecting the culture. Cause you know how many niggas out here really represent Puerto Rico? How many niggas out here really represent DR, Brazil, wherever them niggas is from? They
All right,
really
Right.
represent the
but
place that they
Santos,
from.
in case you don't know the backstory, right? We talked about it before.
Damn.
The backstory is he recently, I think it was like 2 years ago, found out who his real dad was.
Yeah, Mom
When
Dukes told him truth, met the dude, and the dude ended up dying.
so
So
he
So,
Shakur
started
his whole life never knew he was Puerto Rican.
no,
right.
Or he just
never.
never knew his father. Which one?
No, he never knew he his father was Puerto Rican and his mother lied to him about who he was.
And then when he
That's
found out,
fucked up.
it is fucked up. And then when
And
he found
then
out who his real
when he
dad
found
was,
out,
and he found out he was
yeah,
Puerto Rican, he started embracing the Puerto Rican side
and
of
then his
his.
father, before his father died, he brought him to his father's side of the family. He introduced him to his cousins, Puerto
Oh,
Rican
okay,
cousins,
I ain't know that story. Okay.
shit like
So
that. Yeah.
okay.
And
So and
that's the
then
reason
when
why when he
and
says
then
he's
that's
Puerto
the reason why
Rican, he's
now
Puerto Rican.
now now I can honestly say this at least. Okay, let's say Okay, well, I'll give you a time frame. And I can't remember any fight if anybody else got it, but let me just get you a date first. Let me just set this up. Okay. Shakur Stevenson, 25 fights, 11 knockouts, right? He went and fought Oscar Valdez. He fought Oscar Valdez 2022, 4-3. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
So that's in April, April 3rd, 2022. The reason why I bring Oscar Valdez fight is because Shakur Stevenson had the Puerto Rican flag on his shorts on the night that he fought Oscar Valdez. So
Mm.
as far back as 2022, we're in 2026. So if you go right now and you go to YouTube, Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, you're gonna see him. You're gonna see the Puerto Rican flag right here. So I can
Okay.
at least say from
I
at
remember
least that.
that. I
I'm not
remember
sure
that. I
if it's
remember
any
that. Yeah.
further down from there. I don't, but I remember vividly in my head right now. I was like, boom, a moment when he had it, how far back. I was like, okay, boom, you know, that fight. So
Got you.
I could say that. Yeah. So like in his sense, it's not a situation where he's using the culture for a dollar sign. You understand? It's more a line of respect. It's like this is my dad and shit, and this is what I'm part of. To tell
Right.
you the
Right.
truth, just not to take it away from boxing, not to take it away from boxing, but culture wise, I am Puerto Rican. And in my culture, I've learned that we were the second ethnic youngest group to evolve out of all the species of nationalities. We were the second youngest, the last, Puerto Rico. We came from three types of people: Taino Indian, blacks, and Spaniards, right? Okay. Our people stood on the island and fought to be one. They no longer were like, you're Spain, you're black, you're Taino Indian. They didn't call themselves mulatto. They called themselves Boricua, one as people. Throughout the years, no matter if you had more black in your family, Spaniards or Taino Indians, sometimes my aunt would look like Pocahontas, my uncle would be blonde hair, blue eyes, and my grandmother would be morena. She'd be dark as hell. Okay. I said all of that to say this, that no matter if you add more black, more Spaniard, or more Taino Indian, you're still the same thing. Boricua. Now, if you take your Puerto Rican ass, you go to America as a girl, you're Puerto Rican, you go to Philadelphia, you meet a black dude, you have a baby. The baby comes out. Is the baby half black, half Puerto Rican? No. We already have black in our culture. You can't give me a cheeseburger, add more cheese, and call it a pizza. You didn't add Russian, Chinese, Italy. It didn't matter if the baby came out darker or lighter. You still have 100% Boricua. Fucking Americans try to change everything. You come out here, and all of a sudden, the black dude tells you that's not how your culture functions. I'm here to tell you now the baby's half and half because I'm an American and I said so. So, those thousands of years on the island when our blood was flowing through three, not to be called mutts, right? To be called one, Boricua. You can't put more cheese on the hamburger and change it into a pizza. It's not going to happen. But Americans, you know how they are. They try, just because they say so. This is the way it is. No, brother. No. You could add all the black you want, all the Spaniard you want, all the Indian you want. If a Puerto Rican woman married an Indian man, it's still Puerto Rican. If she married a Spaniard, still Puerto Rican. You added nothing new. That's the way of the world. That is the exact way of the world. That today's era, people can change things because they say so.
See, Caribe says in Puerto Rico, everyone's the same. That's a
We're the
fact.
same.
We
We're
don't know
one.
racism. We don't know
We're
racism.
Boricua. That's it.
Racism doesn't exist
That's
in Puerto
it.
Rico at all.
My fucking aunt has blonde hair, blue eyes. My fucking uncle's darker than fucking hell. He's got an afro. He looks like Sabria Matias. My fucking kid brother looks like a fucking Indian. You know, that's how we look. And my titi looks Chinese. We imitate every culture almost on planet Earth. Puerto Ricans to the T. They're gonna tell us we be the race. Like, no, no, we ended it. We came to America and you labeled us Hispanic. We were never Hispanic. You gave us that name. You know what I mean? But I said all of that to say that when um this guy came up on the show, I think he got a call, something he had to cut out. And I was telling him, I said, don't you recognize the era we in? The era we in, like you could now it's like just because you could say something on a camera, up, I'm speaking for the entire world. Nah, brother. I don't ever think I got that much power. You know, I don't have the right to change the way that things are. Too much time has gone by. We are Boricua. That is, we're not mulatto. We're not much. We're not mixed breed. We're not half and half. We're not this. None of that. We're one. Boricua. That's it. You know, and it's crazy when other people try to change your race for you just because they can talk cool. Nah, son. Nah, baby. The baby is what the man is. And you're a black man. You added nothing. Zero. That much. What did you change? If you're a Puerto Rican man and she's a black woman, what did you change?
Nothing.
Nothing. What you got in your hands is 100% Boricua.
Yeah,
Not
Loki says it's the
99,
same.
not 98, not 97.7, nothing. That is 100%. But somebody's going to try to change your culture. I know what
Loki
the
says
fuck we are.
it's the same in Mexico.
I know what the hell we are. You gonna tell me what we are? Fuck out of here, bro. You dudes is crazy. Americans is wild, bro. And they've changed all of us across the board. Across the board. Yo, I've seen some weird things in my life. I've seen some weird things, but I'll never forget this one. I talked about it too. The first time I saw that Chinese band play salsa in Puerto Rico, they got like a number 1 hit album and shit. Yo, that's bugged out. Yo, they real Chinese people. Like, done came out there, bought a crib, lived out there, got talents. Kids, they Chinese, but they speak full Spanish, bro. Like, yo, that messed me up when I was a kid. When I first seen that, I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh shit. But the world's evolving, bro. The world is evolving. My man, Santos Boxing, back in the building. What up, Santos?
Yeah, that's my fault. My phone had died on some crazy shit.
Yo,
That's
man,
another
stop
thing
buying
that
them
this
Walmart trap phones. You
yo
know what
this
Come on.
I
young
mean?
generation always on empty and the 1%.
Hey, yo, he got that Walmart trap phone and shit, that government phone.
He got the Obama phone.
He got the Obama phone. Hey, yo, don't be calling my show with that about get my shit tapped and shit.
Yeah, chill out, chill out. Why you bullshitting? I'm on probation, man.
Oh shit. Oh
Hey, yo,
shit.
Santos, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Raul
What's up?
Curiel versus Polanco, who wins?
That's a tough one.
I
Shit,
think Gurriel packs him up.
I got Polanco, bro. I'll box him.
I got Polanco. I'm a rock with
Nah,
Polanco.
I'm rocking with Gurriel.
Well, yeah, that is a tough one. That's a either. I get it. I get it where you're at front line because I was gonna pick Raul, right? Because of Polanco's last performance here in Puerto Rico, but every fighter's entitled to those fights. I say sometimes don't read into those kind of fights, guys. Like when I told
It's
you,
not just his last fight; it's the last
I
two. The
get it, I
shit
get
that
it, I get
happened.
it, but he might be a frustrated fighter. He's not getting the fighters he wants, and maybe he's not waking up out of bed, taking these fights serious. I don't know. I don't want to make no excuses for Rohan. I'm not Rohan. I'm harsh on him. I'll give him somewhat of the benefit of the doubt, but he's looking bad right now. And just let's just be honest. He's
Yeah, but
looking bad.
at the same time, we gotta
I'm not gonna
apply
throw
that.
him away as a fighter. No,
Nah, tampoco. But look, at the same time, we gotta keep the same grace we give everybody else. We gotta give him. He's fighting tomato cans.
you're right.
What if when he fights someone who's good, he gets on that level with them? But at the same time, he's looking for the
I feel you.
stoppages when he's not the type of fighter who gets stoppages against bums
Mm-hmm.
too. And I hate to call a fighter a bum. So whenever I say bum, I don't really mean that because at the end of the day, we call them bums, but we
Yeah.
get in the ring with them, we'll get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mhm.
know,
Yep.
but I believe if he gets somebody of better competition, I think his performance will be better.
What about an Oscar Duarte? Would you be more reluctant to put him in with Raul over Oscar, or vice versa?
Well,
Or
hold on before you continue. Just so you guys know, an update. Alex Martin went from 527 after fighting Polanco. He moved up in the rankings, 524 now.
oh shit! Oh write that shit down. Competition went up. Yeah, that's a damn shame, bro. 527. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's crazy. I know I talk
Well,
about a tune-up fight to stay active, but damn, you couldn't find nobody else in 50, top 60, 70, 80. What about 100? You went to 500, man, listen, and you went 10 rounds with that dude? No, you're down bad. You're down bad. Hey, yo, what about this fucking July 4th fireworks? We got Abdullah Mason entering the ring, making his first title defense
Oh, whoa,
against
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Joe.
whoa, whoa,
Joe,
whoa! You
what? What?
you're moving too far ahead.
Why?
Too far ahead.
What?
what we
We're
got
stuck
before
on
that?
June. We stuck on June 27th still.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
How you see
Yeah,
the
Um,
let's
fight?
talk
How you see
yo,
about
the
that.
fight,
Frontline,
Santos?
Okay,
Frontline.
look, man.
Santos Boxing came here to have a nice night of boxing, and you want to
Nah,
bring
nah,
up the
nah,
Jerron Boots Ennis fight,
Nah,
huh?
yeah.
I wanna ruin his night. Yo, shout out to
Why?
Yancey on the
Why?
ropes.
Why is
Listen.
it
Well,
we could have got
look,
past that?
Nah.
man.
He not sliding
Nobody's
like that.
night's gonna get ruined because I'm not even a Boots fan at the end of the day, and I always say this: I'm not a Boots fan. But the way I see this fight going, I see it for Boots, bro. The only way Xander makes it difficult is if his feet could keep up with his body. Yes, he got great footwork. Not denying that. Everybody knows he got great footwork. But he's in there with somebody who got just as good footwork and is a lot faster. And there's gonna be a problem with that because now you could beat him to the counter punch. Now you could beat him to the angle. You know what I'm saying? Like I I already know y'all don't even agree with this, but I always think of Xander like another Roman Villa. Like honestly, like yeah, like
Did you
the
say he
stat.
ain't Roman Villa?
No, he looks at him like another Roman Villa.
Well, that's what he's saying. Wow, the disrespect is real. He,
No, it's no disrespect. Yo, let's put some respect on Roman Villa. You know what he was doing before Boots ruined him?
And what happened after Boots ruined him? He got knocked the fuck out by somebody else even quicker than Boots knocked him out.
Yeah, well, you already know when that chin go. I'm
let,
sorry.
let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now. Frontline, frontline. The fact that you even fell for that bullshit or even entertained Roman Villa, that motherfucker ain't nobody. Was never nobody. The fucking Rashidi Ellis. That's about it. And where's Rashidi Ellis today? That's what tells you should tell you all.
Team
And
boxing.
and didn't Roman Villa get knocked out after fighting fucking Jerome Bruce
Yes,
Ennis?
a
He
lot
got
Yes, that's
quicker.
my
stopped. Yeah.
point.
So listen,
But look,
listen.
y'all gonna be
Let me
able to experience it when Suriel Matias get knocked out because his chin is no longer there. I
Nah, he
seen
didn't get
it.
hit in the chin. He got hit in the back of the
Yeah,
head, and that'll knock
yeah.
anybody out. But anyway, check this out. Look at my thing is this. My thing is this. My thing is this, right? There isn't a fighter on Jerome Boots Ennis' resume that can beat Abbas Baru, probably including Jerome Boots Ennis, maybe. He would have to show me that. Now, of course, I would have Jerome Boots Ennis in the fight, but he still would have to show me he can get that kind of pressure. Though the
Okay,
kind of pressure Abbas Baru puts on guys, Jerome Boots has never experienced that, but Xander did. Jerome Boots
okay,
Ennis has never fought a guy taller than Chino Perez, that awkward, that strong, that and that to be able to nullify a Chino Perez. Who on Jerron Boots Ennis' resume? Aaron, he just lost. Other than that, what you got your Villa dude there and
what
David
you mean? He
Amarizian?
got he got Sergey Lipinets, an Olympian. That's an Olympian. Castillo placed him.
Okay. Don't please don't bring up 3 round amateur Olympian gold medals here. They don't work in pro boxing. That's a good achievement, but that's amateur shit. Now, when you got Stanionis that got 11 professional fights, please don't bring up his amateur record again. That doesn't mean nothing in pro boxing. As a
Okay, so I got a
professional,
question for you.
you
I
only
got a
got
question
11
for you.
fights, and coming into the Jerron Buchanan fight in the past 3 years, you basically fought one time.
Okay, I got a question for you. Let me
All
know
right.
when. You ready?
Yep.
You said Boots hasn't fought anyone like a boss, right?
Right.
Who did a boss ever fight? I want you to use that same logic that you're using on Boots right now. Who did a boss
Okay.
ever fight? And don't tell me Tellez.
Okay. Tejas was up and coming though. He was undefeated.
Yeah, he was. But
Okay.
no, yeah. But
But
look,
Stanionis had a what was Stanionis? He was 11-0, right?
wouldn't you
Before
say Boots is
Stanionis,
up
what
and
was
coming
Karen?
though?
He had 2 losses coming into the fight. But Jerome Buchanan, he already had 2 losses. At least Tellis was like an undefeated top prospect. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Boz Baru went on the road. He went to enemy's territory and beat a champion for that belt. His last 3 fights, he went on the road. And then he went, and including Puerto Rico. He went to Puerto Rico to fight Xander, that German. Yo, that dude Abbas Baru, he is what I consider the true boogeyman at 154. You got to notice a couple things about a boogeyman. You can't just, assume he's the boogeyman, right? You got to, there's signs. No one's calling him out. And I mean, no one wants to fight that man. When you see a guy like that, highly avoided, and the second he doesn't have a belt anymore. He's too high risk, low reward right now. Boss Baru on any given fucking night, he can beat any of the top 154 pounders. Will he win? I don't know. I think maybe Sebastian packs him up. He gives Kelly a run for his money, if not beats Kelly or Kelly beats him. That's a iffy fight. Kelly's a slick style fighter, a little crafty, but I think Bas Baru can ground him. Um, Yaron Boots Ennis could beat Abbas Baru. The only thing I would have to see is that when Abbas Baru switches it on the 9th round, like he always does, and he started fucking up Xander in the fight. He started coming over the top of Xander's jab. Fucking, he's a nightmare. Jaron Boots Ennis has a lot of skill. He can move around, slip shots a little bit, but I want to see that pressure. I have yet to see a guy really make Jerron Booten is uncomfortable. The things that I've
That's
seen
because
out
he
of
hit him
Jerron
with some
Booten,
shit and they don't want to keep coming forward, bro.
that's the
You see it,
problem. He's fighting
Stanionis?
with guys that don't want to get hit. He hits too hard for those guys. What is he going to do against a kid that's been at 154, that's fighting guys that are cutting weight to make that weight? Xander's been in that weight fighting the biggest. Yo, Xander right now, okay, check it out, right? Um, uh,
Xander's like 200 pounds.
no,
Who
he's not 200
cares?
pounds right now.
Who
Nah, he's not
cares if he
200 pounds
makes
right now.
yo? This is the shit I don't get when people talk this whole weight
Okay,
bully shit.
okay, okay, check it out, check it out. For competition's sake, since Xander has been at 154, and we know that we're competing against all countries, that's what boxing actually is, right? Since Xander has been competing at 154, he went against Spain, Mexico, Brazil, US, Italy, and Germany. In only 23 fights, he's already taken out a few countries. He's doing pretty good because he's a worldwide fighter. He's fighting different styles from different countries, and he's wiping these dudes down. The majority of his fights are America, Mexico fighters. He done beat more Americans and more Mexicans than anything on his record. Xander he's been around the world. He's been around the world. He's been around in front of a lot of different styles. And I believe the first 7, 8, 9 of his fights were against American fighters.
Yeah, but they were also at 47 too. I know.
Some of them he was coming up at that time.
Right.
And Xander, as far as New York City goes, what is this? The 8th time he fought in New York City?
Yes.
Something like
So
that, yeah.
like he's got the New York crowd. He's got and let me tell you something. You know where I get mad with people that try to break down this fight, especially like Max Kellerman, right? He's a
That's
fucking
Kevin.
straight up sellout. He's a straight up sellout.
Sold
When
the
you hear
soul.
him talk about Xander Zayas, he uses words like they bred him and put him in position. How the fuck dare you say that? You see the words that he uses? He uses these words to to talk about the young man, but to discredit him at the same time. They put him in position. They breeded him to be the next Puerto Rican champion. They breeded him. Hey, yo, Max Kellerman, check this out, bro. You're a complete sellout, and the world knows it. We get it. You work for fucking Ring in Turkey. And you kissed the ring. We get
It's
it.
a script.
All right, we get it. Let me tell you something. In boxing, you gotta earn your way. Sometimes they can dress you up, give you tomato cans, but we could see that. But where the fuck on Xander's road to preparing him? Do you ever think that the Puerto Rican fans that you are molding them for us to like them? At what point did a 21-year-old kid fighting for a vacant world title was you molding him? I think that was him challenging to be great. Were you molding him when he walked in front of Sebastian Fundora without your permission? Were you molding him then? Or was that making his own man? Yo, Max Kellerman, we didn't mold anything and nobody helped him. As you can see, Top Rank didn't want this fight. He wanted to fight. He's calling the shots now. And rather than say what's true, he gained the respect of the Puerto Rican fans. And he earned everything he has. And not use words like we they bred him. They bred him to be the next Puerto Rican. They didn't breed him to be nothing but himself. If he didn't win, he wasn't gonna be the next Puerto Rican, right?
And the mindset that Zayas has. Zayas, he
Listen,
said
no,
it.
Yeah, Max tries to discredit the young man by when he makes his reporting. Listen, he's on one of the biggest platforms in the world. A lot of boxing fans tune in to watch that guy talk. And when he uses words like that, that's to diminish someone. And you're saying that they like they dressed him up to be who he is. That he's fortunate and he's lucky to be where he's at because Top Rank held his hand and gave him the belt. That's what Max Kellerman's saying. That's exactly what he's saying.
Ice
And
Kellerman a
Max
piece of
Kellerman is
shit.
full of shit. He's a full of shit analyst that lost his way and sold himself for money. And what his opinion on it, you can have an opinion on anything. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But you don't gotta try to discredit him and put out this false narrative like they molded him to be this. No, he earned that. We as Puerto Ricans, we don't accept every fighter. Half of us don't even accept Berlanga. So don't say that every just because you're PR. Oh my God. No. Shit, Chris Malone is 10-0. And we're watching him like this. He's got potential. But we're not molding him. We're not handing him everything. He's earning it. And when you earn it, Max wants to take that away from you and discredit your accomplishments. That's what he's doing. So you know what, Max? Like, for a long time, I stuck up for the dude. I just thought that he was a dude that was fortunate that got a job, a big paying job, and hired him to read off the prompt monitor. He is no longer Max Kellerman. He works for the ring. Whatever they pay on his paycheck to read off that monitor, we don't pay you to improvise. We already got your script written out. Now start from right there. That's what we paid you for. We don't get pay you to get to an idea. No, we pay you to say what we want. You're at work, ain't you? All right, you get to work. Read the monitor, Max. That's how he is.
Yo, fellas,
That's
I'm
where
gonna get
he
up
is.
out of here.
All right, my dude. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here myself.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. Y'all
yo,
take care,
Frontline.
bro.
Hey, yo, thank you for stopping by.
For
It's
sure, bro.
always a
I'll be here.
pleasure, brother. And nice to meet you. You got the
Likewise.
keys. Yo, that key right there, la que tú usaste. If you saved it, save it because you could use that to jump
Santos,
in.
I'll send it to you.
Send it
Alright,
to him.
copy.
All right, yeah, so you can have it. All right,
Alright.
Santos. All
Alright,
right,
take
good
care,
night,
bro.
brother.
Good night, bro.
All right, brother. God bless you and your family. All right, fight
Amen.
fans,
He
thank you for
wild.
tuning in here at Round One Sports TV. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that like button. I'm gonna be out there in New York City at the Xander Zayas Boots fight. I had to go to that one. I mean, it's just a big fight. If I was gonna save up for any fight, it was gonna be something like that, very terribly close to where I'm from. Not such a big travel. So I like it and I'm gonna be out there. So fight fans, man, if you like the content, you like the videos, you love the vibe, yo, reach down, hit that like button for me, man. All right. So fight fans, I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports TV. Frontline, you the man, but check it out. I already got your picture all over mailboxes, all over the county. So if they see you trying to come in and intercept the package, they already got your picture. You ain't
You
gonna
you,
block it.
you
Yeah.
blackballing me?
Hey yo, listen, you trying to intercept the y'all in the way poster from coming in. You can't stop it. It's going up on the wall, bro. I don't know where. It's going somewhere. So, fight fans, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had an amazing time. And I'm out. Good night. Peace.
Peace.
Good night, brother.